What if I left this masking tape? That's a form of collage, right? And could you get me, when you set up that, some white, well, I got it. I'm gonna use this. Some water. I got it. I got everything. All right. If you notice, okay, so right here, this is bubbling because I didn't smush it in real well. So here's you might not be able to see it, but there's a bubble right there and it's not completely attached. So as I'm working as a process painter, I'm gonna come in. I'm taking part of it away. It's now becoming part of the piece, and I'll probably glue it down again. Boom. All right, so there's my tape. Here is a clean brush. Here is some water. I'm basically dipping this in my white tub of paint. I think someone's asking, no one's asking a question. And because it's watered down, I mean really watered down, oh boy, there's some oil paint in here. I've got two brushes. One's a dry brush. The other one is a wet brush with a little bit of paint in it. That's the one with the paint in it. This is the dry brush, which I'm gonna do what's a form of licking. Licking is, I keep wiping my brush. This is why my aprons on one side always have paint on it, because I just use my apron to do this. And this is a form of glazing, by the way, is you get your paint on and then you move it around with another brush. This doesn't have much color in it. I think if you don't mind, I'm gonna do a light blue hazy feel that you were talking about, ever so gently, with a little bit of paint. I just threw on some blue paint. I'm dipping it, I'm putting it in water. I'm making sure it's watered down. I'm adding it. I'm getting more white. I'm taking my dry brush, and if it's not dry, this is where a rag comes in. Got a rag. Smushing it. It's really dry here in the Southwest. Whee! I'm peeling the tape. Can you all see the bigger stripes that were created on there? Yeehaw! So the next thing that I might do is, if I wanted it to have that misty feel, when this dries, which it's drying pretty darn quickly, I'm gonna do what's called just having a little bit, ever so, hardly any paint. Yes, Marion. Marion, could you take the video off and just ask me in the chat box? Yeah. Perfect. I think the title of your book should be Mushing It. There is an element of mush. There is an element of mush for sure. Mush, mush, mush. But did that answer the question? Now I'm just taking a rag and I'm moving it. So it kind of gives a misty feel. This is really challenging because it's not against something dark. When you want to get that atmospheric feel and you're working with white paint and you're moving it around or you're mushing it, you really want a contrasting element. That's why I was talking about even with collage. You maybe want to think green on white, or what element would go in your background. Figure ground. Figure ground. Like that blue gets a little lost because it's close to the color green. So you might get an element of pink. Oh, let's do that now. I like that. I actually have another painting that has these polka dots in it. It's polka dots, polka dots. And I spent Saturday getting just the right pink that matched that and putting it in because I didn't like the polka dots. Ugh. So basically this is just water because it's such thin paper that's gonna, voila. All right, yay. Any other questions? Thanks, Lauren.